Hello everyone, and welcome to Tasty Tuesdays with Tara, where your host is a realtor by day and at night, a gourmet, hence the reason we're cooking. It's Tuesday and tacos are always a happy thing to have on Tuesdays. So we're going to be making some tacos tonight. The only thing that, I know we've done tacos in the past, we did fish tacos before, but we're doing regular meaty tacos. And the reason that we are going to do that tonight is because I'm going to show you how to make tacos with seasonings that you probably already have in your cabinets instead of taco packs like these, okay? The reason I'm teaching you this is because when we do, these are not real taco packs, obviously, I just printed these out, but when we use anything like this that is kind of pre-processed by a manufacturer, they add all these unwanted ingredients into these packets. So learning how to do it with your spices that you have in your cabinet or gathering and buying the spices that you need for simple dishes like tacos is going to be a game changer for you. It tastes fresher. There's not all this extra crap in it. So here is this brand here. I'm not going to name any brands so I don't get flagged for anything, but you can see it. This brand here, this has maltodextrin, cornstarch. It has flour in it. There's also some MSG and partially hydrated soybean oil, monoglycides, sugar, whey, all kinds of stuff. So that brand's out, right? We don't want to put that in our bodies. This brand here also has flour, and this is just a thickener, but so it's not so bad. But flour, sugar, MSG, citric acid. If you're going to buy any from the store, buy this one. This one's not so bad. This one's just spices. The only thing that this one has in it that maybe I would question is sugar. Why do you need sugar in your tacos? But it's probably such a tiny amount. It's 3 grams. It's 3 grams of total carbs, but that seems like a lot for a spice packet. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and make it all on our own today. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the pan here and let that get a little bit warm while we talk about our ingredients. So we're going to use avocado oil just because it is a light oil that doesn't have a lot of flavor. And these are all our spices. We have onion powder. We have cumin. We have paprika. We have garlic powder. We have oregano. That's how we say it here in the States. I don't know. I'm in a weird mood. I've had a hard day at real estating. Chili powder. Okay. And then I also have a little cayenne pepper for some spice. So these are 7 spices. You could also use jalapeno powder if you have that. And then, of course, the trusty salt and pepper box. Oh, cool thing. I ran out of black pepper, everybody, and I remembered I have a spice mill. I bought an electric coffee grinder, and I have 2. So I have one that I do coffee beans in, but then I have another one that I use for spice mixture. So I put in some peppercorns, and I'm like, I don't know if this is going to tear through these peppercorns because they're really hard. But look at that. I made my own ground pepper. Awesome. Super cool. Love it. All right, so let's get started. We're going to just pour some avocado oil in the bottom of this pan. I have right here 1 pound of turkey meat. You can use chicken, you could even use pork if you wanted, or beef, of course. Beef is like traditional for ground chopped meat as far as tacos go, but I use turkey meat because I don't eat red meat right now. And I have 1 chopped up white onion, yellow onion. This is just like a medium-sized onion. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in the pan. Now, if you've been watching me long enough, you probably know that I don't really measure a whole lot. So if you like the idea of making your own taco spices, DM me and I will send you measurements, proper measurements for a recipe of how to make your own spices. Because what would be great is if you took all the spices, put them in a bowl, mixed them all up, kind of made sure that they were all coordinated together, and then used it as a spice mixture. But I make this often, and I just like to toss a little bit of this in and a little bit of that, and I'll tell you what to use more. What to use heavier, which spices that use heavier. You're going to use the chili powder as heavier. You're going to use paprika as heavier. And that being said, the other ones, I just really, really do it to taste. But I do have a recipe for you that got over 8,000 stars on all recipes using all the same ingredients that I have here. Like I said, I just kind of know what I like because I've done this so many times before. So once these start to get a little bit translucent, as they are in the pan here, so take a look down here, you'll see that you're starting to see a little bit of translucence. They're certainly releasing a lot of the aroma. I'm going to stick this turkey meat in there, let that get going for a moment, put that in the sink, and then I'm going to just chop it all up. Turkey meat cooks really, really fast, which I love. Now this might be a little bit too much onion for you. Maybe it's too big of onion for you. You make it however you want. I like onion. My husband likes onion, so I like to put a lot of onion. I think onion is just such a flavor blaster. So when a dish calls for onion, I make sure to put a lot in there. All right, so I'm trying to let me just turn this because I need to hold it, right? Or it's going to fly off the table. Turn this up just a little. And I'm trying to get these onions kind of incorporated in with the meat. So I'm stirring this all around. And then in just a moment, I'm going to start adding spices. All right, I'm going to start adding spices. As I stated earlier, the chili powder is going to be a spice that you're going to use the most of because we are making tacos and we want to make sure to have that chili spice going on. So I'm going to liberally put on some chili powder here. And then I'm going to come in with no, that's cayenne. We don't want to put too much of that in, with the paprika. I'm again going to liberally do the paprika all over there. And I keep my paprika, everyone, in the freezer. So it feels a little bit chilly right now. The reason I do that is paprika is a very delicate spice. It can turn bitter very quickly. If you leave it on your shelf for too long and it's been exposed to the air and the elements when you have it kind of opened and out. So I pop mine in the freezer door so that it stays fresh all the time. So I just have my little, it freezes the flavors in place. And so that's why mine is a little cold and I keep it in the freezer. Then cumin is going to be a good dose of cumin. Cumin, chili powder, garlic, and onion and oregano are really quintessential Mexican flavors. So I'm going to go in there with a bit of cumin. You might say cumin. I'm going to hit it with some garlic powder because you know I like my garlic. If there were one spice I couldn't live without in my life, it would be garlic powder. I'm going to go in with some oregano as well. We talked about that too. That's a very strong flavor in Mexican cooking. And I'm not going to do a whole lot of onion powder because we actually already have onions in here. So I'm just going to do this for a little bit of the concentrated flavor, but just like a little bit, like maybe like 1/8 of a teaspoon, not a lot. Okay. Now I'm just going to stir it up. It's going to start to get brown. It's actually going to end up looking a little bit like it is chopped meat because of the color of the spices. Turning that up a little bit, and I'm going to add just a little bit more. I got pretty lean turkey, so I'm going to add a little bit more avocado oil just to keep the meat cooking and not sticking. It smells like tacos. It smells delicious. So this is super easy to do, and again, you can hit me up on DMs so that I can give you exact measurements. Look who's over here. Smashy, sous chef, show your face. Oh, he's getting treats. Cameraman is throwing him treats as I stir and make this. Little cutie. Okay, so I can tell just by smelling and looking that I'm going to need a little bit more chili powder. And I'm definitely going to want some more paprika. Paprika gives it this nice, rich flavor. But in the meantime, I mean, this is almost done cooking. This has been on the stove for about 5 minutes. And I just keep chopping so that and stirring so that all of the turkey gets cooked evenly. Wow, this is already smelling like a yummy, yummy street taco in here. So, just by sight, again, I know that I want some more chili in here. Yum, that smells delicious. I also want some more paprika for the color and for the flavor that it gives. And I'm going to hit it with a little bit more of everything, actually. This is why I just do my own thing, because I know I'm teaching you basically the spices that you need. And I didn't hit it up before. I'm going to hit it with a little tiny bit of cayenne pepper. Cayenne pepper is hot, 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 hot. So you don't want to do too much. Watch me here. We're just going to do a little bit. We don't want to do too much because you don't want to be able to not eat it. All right. Again, mine is turkey, so it's going to be a little bit lighter in color. If you were doing ground beef and it had a high fat percentage, you might want to drain your meat. I got a pretty lean turkey, so I ended up adding extra avocado oil. You can use olive oil. You can really use any oil that you'd like. And there we have it. I'm just going to give it another minute to fry up, but this is what's happening over here. Up under the dishwasher. His snack went under the dishwasher. Get it, Smashy. Oh, poor Smashy. Let's give him another one because he's never going to find that. He doesn't have a snout to poke around. He has a smashed in face, little smasher. Smashy, come over here, bud. There you go. Hey, look. Look in front of your face. There we go. Good boy. All right, while you were entertained by Smashy, our meat is pretty much done. If your meat's getting a little bit dry and you don't want to add more oil to it, you can certainly add a little bit of water, and that won't be a bad thing. It'll keep it moist, especially if you're doing like a dry turkey, dry bird. And what I didn't add yet is S&P from my S&P box. So, all right, this show's about tacos, not about smashing in the dishwasher, cameraman. I'm going to add a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. Man, the smell of that pepper is super strong. Oh my gosh, she's going to have a conniption trying to get to that snack. And there it is. We are done. We are done. Actually, cameraman, can you grab me just a little bit of water in that mug there? Because I'm just going to put a little bit of water in here. Our filter, my water filtration system is back there. That's enough. Thank you. I'm just going to pour a little bit of water. And there we have it. And I love this cup. Be brave and be bold. This is one of my favorite coffee mugs. I drink out of it several times a week. And I just added a little bit of water. All right, so that's it, everybody. That is how you make tacos. Let's go ahead and have a taste. I'm just tasting the meat tonight. I will construct tacos later off camera. But this is what it's going to look like. And of course, this is the filling for a taco shell. You want to add all of the accoutrement. You want to add your tomatoes and your cheese and all of the goodness that you put on a taco. Cilantro, fresh chopped onions, maybe pico de gallo. But that's it. It's super duper easy. No need to put all of that extra added yuckiness into your body, all of those chemicals, MSG, all of that stuff, although MSG is a great flavor enhancer. But some people have really bad side effects from it. So better to stay all natural and all healthy. So let's have a little taste of this taco meat. I think I might actually make a taco salad tonight. That sounds delish. All right. Seriously, tastes just like the packets at home with your own ingredients, everything fresh. No need for all that extra stuff that they put in there. Preservatives for freshness and all that good stuff. Just use your own spices. This is the bomb. I hope you enjoy it. And I'm gonna enjoy the heck out of this. And I hope that you'll come back and join me next week for another edition of Tasty Tuesdays. Until then, you know what to do, everyone. Stay tasty.